Why does Invincible feel weak? Does Mark Grayson, a half Viltrumite, should be one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Yet, time and time again, he gets beaten down to the brink of death. So, what's really going on? Is he actually weak, or is there something deeper at play? At first glance, it's easy to assume that Mark just isn't strong enough, but there's a reason behind his constant struggles. A reason that might make you look at him in a whole new light. What if the very thing that makes him weak is actually the thing that makes him stronger than any other Viltrumite? Stick around to find out. Let's talk about why Invincible feels weak. Mark has been knocked out, nearly killed, and pushed to his limits more times than we can count. But here's the twist. His weakness isn't what you think it is. Sure, he's been beaten, but that doesn't mean he's weak. Every hero has their flaws. Batman's just human, Goku lets his guard down, Superman has kryptonite. So, what's Invincible's Achilles heel? Mark's real weakness lies in three things: overconfidence, naivety, and immaturity. He's always biting off more than he can chew. He believes everyone can be saved, and he refuses to kill even when he's in the most impossible situations. It's the exact opposite of what you'd expect from someone who has the strength to tear through mountains. But here's the twist. Mark's struggle isn't because he's weak, it's because he's too human, and it's that humanity that sets him apart. You'll see why in just a minute. Take a look at his father, Omni-Man, a ruthless conqueror bred to destroy entire worlds, trained in combat from the moment he was born. Mark, on the other hand, grew up in a world where violence wasn't the answer. He was raised by his human mother, in a world where fighting wasn't a first instinct. Unlike other Viltrumites like his dad or Conquest, Mark was never taught that brute force was the solution to everything. And that, my friends, is why Mark isn't as powerful as his counterparts. It's not because he's weak, it's because he refuses to be a killer. But here's the kicker. His restraint isn't a flaw, it's his strength. While other Viltrumites rely on raw power and violence, Mark is forced to think outside the box. He has to use his brain, not just his fists. He's been through so much. Endless fights, betrayals, losses, and each time, he adapts. Every time he falls, he rises, and he learns. But here's the thing. He doesn't just get stronger in the typical sense. He grows as a person. That his real strength lies in the way he holds back, and how he refuses to be consumed by the same bloodthirsty instincts that plague others. Imagine being in a universe where every opponent is stronger, faster, and more ruthless than you. How do you fight back when brute force is never the answer? Well, Mark shows us exactly how. You might be surprised at what happens next. When you look at the other variants of Invincible who come to Earth, they seem to be just as strong, if not stronger, than Mark. After all, they share the same genetic makeup, the same potential. But here's the thing. Those other Invincibles never faced what Mark did. They didn't struggle. They didn't fight for their lives in the same way. They likely took the easiest path and gave in to their power. Mark, on the other hand, has been forced to face death, loss, and pain in ways that make him evolve. He's had to adapt, to learn how to fight smarter, not just harder. The other Invincibles didn't go through the same hardships, so they never had the chance to grow the way Mark did. Now, you might be thinking, does this mean Mark is actually stronger than the other Invincibles? You'll want to stay tuned because the answer will make you rethink what true strength really is. Mark's strength isn't just in his fists, it's in his decisions. While other Viltrumites are about domination, control, and destruction, Mark is about something much bigger. He's about holding on to his humanity, even when everything around him wants to strip that away. His power comes from his restraint, his ability to hold back when others wouldn't. And in the end, it's this strength of character, this refusal to give in, that makes him truly invincible. It's not that Mark is invulnerable, far from it. He gets beaten, he loses, he suffers. But it's his resilience, his ability to learn from every failure, that makes him stronger than all the others. So, the next time you think Mark is weak, remember this. He's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, but he's something much more powerful. He's human, and that, my friends, is what makes him invincible.